My name is Aaron Morales. I own a gym, CrossFit Ellis, here in Texas. Been running the gym for going on 13 years now, and that's my sole business right now. Before joining the course, my main thing was I didn't have a full grasp on my finances or clarity. Had a lot of money coming in, a lot of money going out, and at the end of every month, it just didn't seem like I had what I thought I had in the bank. I didn't really have a hesitation because I knew how important it is growing our
hmm
business to have a good understanding of where money's going. I knew that it was really important where I am now in our stage of business to be able to understand, to be able to project, and to be able to manage money properly. And so I knew that I needed some guidance, and so that
hmm
was why I jumped in on the course. Taking this course now, as our business grows in revenue, which we've been consistently growing year on year, I just felt like I need to be a responsible business owner and be able to make better decisions. And, you can't really make good decisions if you're still unsure with what's going on. And, the finances is one of the biggest keys to growing your business. And so I needed to get a grasp on that, but I really needed the confidence to be able to make better decisions, to be able to track and understand and project what's going on, what's going to happen, so that I can be prepared for, you know, whatever obstacles may come in the future. After taking the course, I really was able to separate, my business finances from my personal finances, which allowed me to have more money at the end of each month. We were able to pay down debt a lot quicker to really just improve my overall cash flow. I got into rhythms with paying bills, rhythms with paying myself. So I was able to pay myself more, was able to pay off debt quicker because, again, just being more intentional. But not only that, just the peace of mind, of more clarity. So I would say
hmm
the peace of mind has been the big thing because always stressed, always trying to make things make sense, and that was a huge, huge win for me. I think the number one takeaway, and this seems so simple, because I feel like in this stage of where we are, being able to separate the personal versus the business
hmm
expenses. I mean, that was huge because it really cleared up things, allowed me to have more money in the bank because I knew what was needing to go towards business expenses, what needed to go towards my personal expenses, allowed me to save more, be more aggressive towards debt, and again, just have more control of what's coming in, what's going out. Best part of the course, just understanding rhythms, understanding the projections, and being more intentional, paying yourself more money because when you have a better control of the cash flow, you find that you have more money sitting there. That money can go towards paying yourself what you're worth. And main goals right now is putting more money into bigger opportunities. Now that we've been able to pay off so much debt or so much toxic debt, my wife's on board with that. And, both of us have a better understanding. This really helped both of us, even though she wasn't part of the course, I was able to really inspire her with what I've learned and get her on board. And so we're pretty excited for the future. When you're not a stressed out business owner, people can feel that. Your
hmm
coaches feel that, your members feel that. And this whole train runs on me and how I carry myself. And, if I'm stressed out all the time, then like I said, that right there trickles down. And so just being just being more confident, it takes a lot of it relieves a lot of the big stresses for trying to run the business. And it's been a huge relief off my shoulders having more confidence and clarity. That's the whole thing about mentorship is, it speeds up the process because you have people that have been there, they've made the mistakes before you, and they know how to solve them. And so it speeds up everything whenever you can have a mentor, guiding you and directing you and holding you accountable. If I haven't taken the course, hopefully I would have still been being able to make progress. But again, I don't know if I would have been able to make the changes that I needed to make as quickly. And I'm already light years from where I was 4 or 5 months ago. I would definitely recommend gym owners, but really anybody who's trying to run their business, who's trying to create more cushion, who needs more understanding, and who really needs to get a hold of their numbers because, if you don't understand your numbers, how can you move forward or grow? So I would recommend anybody who owns their own business and needs clarity and understanding of their cash flow. If you're on the fence about taking the course, you probably need to do it because if you're feeling uncomfortable or nervous, that's typically where the growth happens. It's worth investing in yourself because you're typically going to see a huge return, and I sure did.